4 years of intense political instability derailed the Egyptian economy. Tourism hit an all-time low, unemployment skyrocketed, and the budget deficit just kept on growing. So where did it all go wrong for a country with such promising fundamentals, such as a young, dynamic, and growing population? Mass street protests during the Arab Spring of 2011 forced long-serving Egyptian President Hosni Mubarak to step down and pave the way for the country's first ever democratically elected president to be voted into power, the Muslim Brotherhood's Mohamed Morsi. But the hope of democracy and peace floundered, and just 15 months later, the military removed President Morsi amid mass demonstrations calling on him to resign. Then in June 2014, Abdel Fattah el-Sisi claimed a landslide victory in presidential elections, earning 97% of the vote. But turnout was relatively low, with just 47% of those eligible to vote casting their ballot. Still, at the time, the former field marshal only offered words of change and encouragement.
العمل الذي تنتقل به مصرنا العزيزة إلى غد مشرق ومستقبل أفضل. العمل الذي يعود به الاستقرار لهذا الوطن.
And restoring stability is President Sisi's main message. He's already introduced a series of economic reforms, and promises more are in the pipeline. But will his efforts be enough to get Egypt back on track?
Hello and welcome to Access Middle East. I'm Hadley Gamal. Just a year and a half on from the coup that ousted his predecessor, Egyptian President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi is battling insurgents at home, critics abroad, and an economy desperately in need of investment. Last month, he took his message to the biggest names in business at the World Economic Forum in Davos. But first, he spoke to me on CNBC.
Thank you so much for joining us. Mr. President, thank you so much for joining CNBC. You've said that this is a new Egypt. What do you mean by that?
The Egyptians took to the streets on the 25th of January 2011 because they wanted to change the reality and they wanted to make sure that we have a better future. We understand that it's been 4 years now, but 4 years is not a big time in the life of history of revolutions. 4 years is not that long in the history, but the people have this strong determination. We saw the people one more time on the 30th of June 2013 take to the streets in their millions and surprise the world. They felt and they realized that the change that happened before was taking them in a direction they did not want to go. So that is why they took to the streets, to put themselves on the right track. The new Egypt is a civilized one, a country of diversification, an Egypt that is in harmony with its immediate and broader worlds, the Arab and the international community, with no conflict, with no crisscrossing of interests.